Grime Kids is the title of your new book.
Yep.
And look, you know, since this talks about the rise of grime, and you've been part of it for so long, indeed, from the start. For anybody out there who doesn't know what grime is, Stormzy who, they might be asking, explain, what is grime exactly?
Well, grime, the simplest way to put it, you know, for people who know nothing about grime, is it's almost like the UK's answer to hip-hop music in America. You know, grown out of East London, originally, inner city, council estates, kids kind of just reflecting their reality, their truth, over kind of high tempo, very energetic, sometimes a little bit dark sounding bassline influenced music, and that's how it all started. You know, we're taking it back to the early 2000s when UK Garage was huge, and there was a bunch of us who just were into UK Garage but just kind of wanted to take things a little to the left, and out of that, you know, grime was formed, and in 2018, it's taken over the world. I
mean, it's absolutely massive right now. We're going to talk about how massive it is in a moment. But in terms of just being part of that start, part of this, I guess you could call it a musical movement. As I mentioned, Wiley's considered the godfather of grime, and it all started, if you like, for you guys anyway, in a council estate in Bow in East London. It was not just you, said Wiley, just a number of you just started together in this part of town. And how did that happen?
Literally, there just seemed to be a bunch of us kind of concentrated in this same area, you know, Bow and Tower Hamlets, which is in East London. We all kind of grew up on a couple of estates. So you had the likes of myself, Tinchy Strider, who people will know, Dizzee Rascal, of course, Wiley, legendary pirate radio stations like Rinse FM that started in the area really gave us our early platform to be heard, and everything really spawned from there. You know, first of all, getting heard in our local area, and then playing at local events that then grew to bigger events in London. Then the sound was growing to outside London. We started to travel, and more people were getting involved and becoming fans of it. And it's over the last 15 years, there's been a lot of, you know, obstacles to get around. But
talk about that, because your book, you're saying it's going to be an explosive account of grime music. Just tell us that there's the obstacles that you guys have faced along the way.
I think being misunderstood in the very beginning, and having nowhere to be heard, and not being able to have your music played on, you know, on TV. This is pre-internet, pre-YouTube, so finding...
Why couldn't you get it played on
Well,
TV?
It wasn't accepted by the mainstream so much. You know, we didn't have an infrastructure, everyone was independent, nobody really had money to put into you know, business, so to speak, and we were just a bunch of kids who had a love for music and a passion for it, and really wanted to be heard.
Just listening to you, I love this. It's sort of, it sounds to me exactly like the kind of repetition of history, like the Motown story in America, you know, and so today, you know, Wiley gets an MBE.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
Amazing, like to turn on, you know, or to go online and to see that it was announced that, you know, one of my childhood friends who we came up together, started this together, is receiving an MBE. It's like,
wow.
I'm just bursting with pride at home. It was the same even taking it back to when Dizzee won the Mercury Prize in 2003, and these various achievements, Stormzy winning Best Male and Best Album at this year's Brit Awards over the likes of Ed Sheeran. It's just, every moment that's happening, it just
I'm
makes
going
me
home
so
to listen
proud.
to grime.
I think everybody should.